Done? Thank you. That's it. Done. So in today's lesson, we will just continue our writing course. Oh, what kind of writing course? It's a reading course. And we're gonna work on the question type called matching information. So it's gonna kind of tough one because mostly they don't come in order and you just have to find everything. And let's just see what happens. So what you have to do, what you have to pay attention to at the beginning is, ho'p, o'zbek tilida ham gapirishga harakat qilaman. O'zbek tilida gapiraymi, ingliz tilida gapiraymi? Shuni ham kommentda qoldiringlar, men tushunmay qoldim. Qaysi tilda gapirishni. Okay, so today's lesson, well, in English only. So when you are doing this kind of questions, matching information, what you have to pay attention to is sometimes they give you NB. I don't know NB. NB ni qo'yib olasizlar nimaligini. You may use one letter more than once. You just have to pay attention to this part. They may give it sometimes, and if you don't have it, you're okay to go. Then what you have to do, they are in different parts of the text because, for example, 14 may be at the end, 15 may be at the beginning, 16 may be in the middle. In most cases, they don't come in order, and what you have to pay attention to is you just shouldn't read the questions, because if you read the questions, you're gonna just forget everything. It's just gonna be a waste of time for you. So that's why the best strategy that you can utilize here is you just have to read the sample, read the text passage first, and then after this, you just have to move on to the passage itself. So let's just try to do it. But in today's lesson, I'm just gonna read the questions first because for most people to understand the text, to read the text, is quite tough. So I'm just gonna read everything first, then do analysis with you guys together. So let's just read them and try to find the keyword there. And here, as you see, okay, an explanation for weapons being left behind. Okay, explanation for weapons being left behind the mountains. Explanation and being left. This is the keyword. And next one, reference to the physical difficulties. So physical difficulties involved in an archaeological expedition. And the next one, explanation why less food may have been available. Explanation, important, less food available. We'll see. A reference to the possibility of future archaeological discoveries. Keyword. And the next one is examples of items that would have been traded. So items, examples, and traded. And the last one is going to be a reference to the pressure archaeologists are under to work quickly. Okay, reference to the pressure is important there, and to archaeologists are under to work quickly, and we will try to find this part too. So now we have to read the text itself and understand the main idea of it, and then we just continue working on the same. So when you're, so as I mentioned here, this is a kind of tough question type because the answers will not come in order, and you may have any question anywhere. For example, 40 maybe at the end, as I said, and so the only best strategy that you have is read and try to summarize, because if you don't summarize, you may forget it. What I mean by summarizing is I will explain now. O'zbek tilida tushuntirib qolaman shu qismini, chunki bu qism juda ham muhim. Tasavvur qilinglar, 14-savol oxirida keladi. Tekstni o'qiysizda 14-savol oxirida topasiz. 15-savol uchun ham alohida tekstni skan qilib chiqish kerak. O'shuning uchun ham masalan agar faqatgina keywordlarga qaragan holda har bitta savolni alohida qiladigan bo'lsanglar, bu tekstni 6 marta o'qib chiqish kerak degani. Shuning uchun ham agar bu birinchisi bu strategiyani qilib ko'ringlar, lekin bu ishlamasa, birinchi navbatda tekstni o'qishga e'tibor berish kerak. Tekstni o'qiganda nimaga e'tibor berish kerak? Har bitta paragrafni o'qib, summarize qilib, o'shani ma'nosini, o'shani mavzusini tushuntirishga harakat qilish kerak. Masalan, bu qismda o'qiymiz. Well above the tree line in Norway highest mountains, ancient fields of ice are shrinking. Okay, shrinking. As Earth's climate warms, as the ice has vanished, it has been giving up the treasures it has preserved in cold storage for the last 6,000 years. Items such as ancient arrows and skis from Viking Age traders. And those, pay attention to this thing. It's a symbol. It shows you that they are giving you the meaning of this word, because these meanings may be very important. Here, as you see, you have Viking Age, a period of European history from around 700 CE to around 1500 CE, when Scandinavian Vikings migrated throughout Europe by means of trade and warfare. So it's very important here. And those artifacts have provided archaeologists with some surprising insights into how ancient Norwegians made their living. Okay, made their living. So it's about the ice melting, things, stuff, and Vikings, Norwegians. So these are the most important parts of the information here. As you see, you have to pay attention to this thing and find this thing, and then you have to match. Maybe you just try to match. So explanation no, reference no, explanation of wildlife food no, possibility of future no, we don't have it. Items would have been traded. So we have items. As you see, you have arrows and skis, but the keyword is traded there. So you have to pay attention to the word traded, because there's no information about trade, so it cannot be the answer. And pressure, for archaeologists, we don't have this one too. So in A, we don't have our answers, so it's just cross. B, organic materials like textiles and hides are relatively rare finds at archaeological sites. Okay, rare finds. It's because unless you're protected from the microorganisms that cause decay, they tend not to last long. Extreme cold is one reliable way to keep artifacts relatively fresh for a few thousand years, but once thawed out, these materials experience degradation relatively swiftly. Swiftly means fast. Okay, I understand. So they're saying organic materials, they tend to rot if they are left there, so you have to pay attention to preserving it. And now let's just try to look at the next part. With climate change, shrinking ice cover around the world, so glacial archaeologists, okay, I see, need to raise the clock. Okay, I found the answer. To find newly revealed artifacts, preserve them, and study them. If something fragile dries, it's windblown, it might have soon be lost to science, or an arrow might be exposed and then covered again. So as you see, might soon be lost to science. The keyword is here, and blah blah blah. So I just found the answer here. As you see, this is a this is a pressure archaeologist. Okay, let's just continue. As you see here, they're saying, well, if you don't raise the clock, you're gonna lose it. So let's just read it. The unpredictability means that glacial archaeologists may have to be systematic with their approach to their fieldwork. So this is my answer, probably. So they're saying organic, rots, rots, rush, be quick, right? Quick. For archaeologists, as you see, this is the answer for question 19. So it's B. I'm just gonna erase B because we cannot use more than once. So the answer is here. Raise the clock is a keyword here that we have, and the answer is for question 19. Question 19. So as you see, the answer for 19 is coming in paragraph B. The reason why I found this thing is because I just could memorize what they're talking about. If you have good memory, mazel tov, do it. Just pay attention to the keywords, try to understand it, try to keep this in mind, and then when you're just reading it, it works. But if you don't have the skill, it's better to read the text first. In any case, you read the text first. You understand? In any case, you read the complete text. Not one, maybe not once, twice. So yes, that's why it is one of the hardest question types, and you have to be a little bit careful there. Come on, wind is blowing. Okay, C. Let's just see what is happening here. Over a 9-year period, a team of archaeologists, which includes this guy, Norway, blah blah blah, through patch device, okay, an area of south central Norway that is home to some of the country's highest mountains. Okay, fine. Give me one. Reindeer once congregated on these ice patches in the later summer months to escape biting insects from the late Stone Age. Hunters followed. Okay, hunters followed. In tradition, trade roads threaded through the mountain passes of open linking settlements. Okay, they're talking about. I hope it's nothing happened here. They're talking about mostly reindeer research and others. So for now, it's it and trade routes. Maybe we'll have answer for trade part, because if you remember, we had this trade question. Reference to no this one. Here, examples of items that would have been traded. 18. Maybe we have answer. Maybe we don't have. I don't know. We'll find. So let's just continue. The slow but steady movement of glaciers tend to destroy anything at their base. So the team focuses on stationary patches of ice. So this is like this thing. This researchers, archaeologists. As ice is formed amid fields of frost with blah blah blah, fallen rocks, exploded bedrock for 9 months of the year is buried beneath the snow. Doesn't matter. It's just what details of what they're doing. And here, field work is hard. Okay. Hiking with all-around equipment, often camping on permafrost, but very rewarding. So here, I found the next answer, because if you remember, I don't know you, but I remember, we had a physical difficulties here. Here, 15, reference to the physical difficulties involved in an archaeological expedition. We have archaeological expedition, these two guys are doing it, and we have physical difficulties here. They're saying field work is hard work, hiking with all the equipment, so you have to hike with all this equipment that you have, camp on your permafrost, this is really cold, but very rewarding. We are rescuing the archaeology, bringing the melting ice to weather attention, discovering unique environment history, blah blah blah. That doesn't matter. This is my answer for the question. Answer C, right? Paragraph C. So my answer for 15, the answer for 15 is here. As you see, C is also over. So as you see, the answers are not coming in order. That's crazy. They are not in order. They are not coming in one paragraph. For example, A was completely unnecessary thing to read, and B1 was the last question. C is question in the middle. So that's like real hell. So what you have to do here is, please, if you have good memory, read the questions, and let's focus on it. Read the questions and try to find the keywords, try to find the answers. But you may have not that great memory that I had before. In this kind of situations, you have to read this one first, because if you just read this questions and go there, you may be just wasting your time, because sometimes you just don't remember this thing, right? So that's why pay attention. It's just different for different people. So for example, for me it works. I'm happy with it, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't work for you. So you have to be self-aware. Self-awareness is key. Knowing what kind of person you are is key here. Okay, next. At the edges of the contracting artifacts, archaeologists found more than 2,000 artifacts, which formed a material record that run from 4,000 BCE to the beginnings of the blah 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 part. Okay, fine. Many of the artifacts are researched with hunting. Okay, artifacts. Okay, I think I'm feeling that I have the answer for the question about artifacts here. Artifacts, where are we? Artifacts. Here we have maybe 14, because they are saying hunting, and hunting has weapons. 14 or 18 items of traded artifacts. Hunting would have been easily. Hunters would have easily misplaced arrows, and they often discarded broken arrows rather than taking them all the way home. Other items could have been used by hunters traversing the high mountains passes off. All persons with items tools, skis, or step. Oh. Discarded. It's discarded. Discarding means to throw away. Leave them. Okay, I just call that example. It used by hunters traversing the high mountain passes of upwards. All persons items like tools, skis, and horseback. That sounds good, guys. I don't know if you. I'm gonna explain it in this way. Now, in a minute. Okay. For weapons being used. Okay, that's it. That sounds good. G. It's the answer here. The reason why it's hunting. It's one hint. 14, 15, right? 14, right? And here, hunters again, 14 again. So as you see, you have multiple keywords here. And the reason for this is that leader khusus token çıkanda orada kaç olur yani bagi silah şu olib qaraganda mantiqqa olib qaraganda tasavvur kattaroq bo'lgani uchun qisib ketishgan o'shani tushuntirib berishga harakat qilgan comparative leader shunday umid qilaman. Next one. That's how you find answers, guys. Next, Barrett's team radiocarbon dated hundreds with three of the artifacts and compared those dates to the tune of major environmental changes in the region. Such as growth of farming, some periods have been slow artifacts on the age, which are really active. But I don't think that there's an answer for it. I'll just try to compare what it is be. So I didn't give that, doesn't matter. I gave it. So as you see, here you have items, periods, and changes. Because you have trades, farming, something, cooling, warming. Let's just have a look at the questions. So 14 done, 15 done, 19 done. So we have 16, 17 explanation. Last food, no, we don't have information about last food. Possibility, discovery, we don't have. Traded, no, we don't have traded items here. So E is out, we don't have answers. So F, G, H, so we have three passages, three paragraphs, three questions. So there will be answer. All of them will have one answer at least. Wow, this part. Next guys. Hopefully. So what was surprising me, or surprising? Timing. The timing is what? Rain. Block the fire has make sure it's not difficult or bad. But stick to lower elevation to the time. So it turned out that what Okay. Oh, what's in the interesting? Up, because they went up in cold, which is not logical. So they ventured there according to the thing stuff is left there. The next part will be the answer because I don't have answers here. But remarkably, the finds from the ice may have continued through the spirit, perhaps suggesting the importance of mountain hunting. Okay, importance of mountain hunting increases supplements failing agricultural harvest in the times of low temperatures. As you see here, we have the answer here, and they said failing agricultural harvest. And here we have information about food there. And what you have to do here is you have to go back to the passage and find answer here. Where's food? Yeah. Here. Where is it? Yeah. 16 is F for us. So because of the food, explanation for food. Food and hunting. Hunting. So this is the answer here. Failing agricultural harvest. So this is the what question is it? I don't remember. It's too noisy. 16. So what they're saying is, so they were surprised by the timing of the event, timing of the things that happened there, because they're saying it's cold. Why the hell these guys are going up the mountains? And they said that, well, right, when agricultural crops failed, meaning that they didn't give enough harvest, they had to go to mountains to hunt this reindeer to supplement for food. So this was the explanation why, explanation for it, let me just read. For why less food may have been available. That's why the cheap answer is 16, and then that's next one, G. Let's try to find it. I'm tired. Wow, many of the artifacts started from okay, artifacts. It feels answer. Probably it's that's just fine. It's probably 18 is G and H. I'm not sure, guys. I'm just guessing. You see, like look. The reason why I did it because some of you will not have enough time, right? So sometimes you just have to risk it. Sometimes you have to find time, win time. For example, I just got an artifact and just I have a feeling that you're talking about items. I just did G 18 and I have one logical answer. Even if I find 18 as G, my logical step would be I don't read 17. I just put 17 H. H'ni o'qitish kerak emas. Просто chunki bitta option qoldi. Bitta javob bor. Sizda o'shani qo'yib ketgan yaxshiroq. Bu orqali siz o'zingizni vaqtingizni tejashga muvaffaq bo'lasiz. O'shani ko'rishingiz mumkin. Oxirigacha ko'rasiz. Yaxshi kontentni shuni bola shuni short chiqara olaylik. Okay, what age should trade networks think of ships, when we think of Scandinavian expansion, the reason is very short and plenty of goods traveled overland roads like mountain passes, blah blah blah, creating booming demand for booming demand for heights big of the world. As idlers to make use of those things like comms. That's it, done. Heights and something big, something, and comms. So that's it. That's his answer here. It's G, and I don't even have to. I'll repeat, guys. I don't even have to read this now. I don't even. It was 18. I found 18. Guys, I don't even have to read age. You understand? Like, look, it's just logical. Don't do it. Don't read it. Don't waste your time. 17 is age because look, we have one option, one question left. Age is the answer. I don't have to read it, but I will read for you to explain it. But bola short chiqara olishingizlar uchun dokument bo'lsa kerak. Chunki bu juda ham foydali iboda, qarang, foydasi bor. Chunki men topdim, 18 masalan o'qishga 5 minutda vaqt ketishi mumkin. O'sha narsani o'qimasdan to'plab o'qimasdan turib intuitsiya bilan topaman. It's a bit risky, but it's worth the risk. You're saving your 5 minutes, and you can use this 5 minutes to find four more answers if you're running out of time. You understand the importance of it? That's it. That's all I wanted to say. That's just it's a possibility. Okay. Here I'm probably still hiding. Yep. Almost no artifact about this. No artifact. In fact, I could find from our players all over Norway. Says that could be because many of the artifacts have already destroyed or still frozen. Or still frozen. It means that artifacts could be extracted some of the artifacts for years to come. Here, the keyword is Smith archaeologists could be extracting some of those artifacts from something in the years to come. Means it's in the future. You understand? This is the keyword. This is answer. That's 17, guys. That's it. I don't want to do anything. I just explained it. Still hiding the keyword number 1 keyword. Almost no artifacts number 2 keyword. Still frozen number 3 keyword. And years to come number 4 keyword. To'rtta bullet point orqali biz savollar javobini topishga muvaffaq bo'ldik. Demak, shu bilan bizani matching information paragraphs qismimiz o'rtaga yetadi. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek javoblar order kelmadi. Masalan 14 ta G da keldi. Masalan 19 B da keldi. Umuman o'zlariz ko'rish mumkin. In order emas, topish qiyin. Shuning uchun bu qism eng qiyin qismlardan biri hisoblanadi. O'shanga ozroq biroz e'tiborli bo'lishdi. My suggestions, I will repeat again. Don't read the questions because if you are like 90 percentile, if you are in 90% of people, you will not be able to remember all the details. I understood all the details, but I don't know you. That's why don't risk and read the questions and then read the text. If you cannot read the complete text, just do this. Like read 2 passages or 3 passages, 2-3 paragraphs, then go back try to find the answers. Okay, that's a better one rather than if you cannot just read everything. So as you see here, I just tried to at the beginning I did so that you could understand what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to remember and memorize the information that is given. What you have to do is do analysis of the paragraph, write what is it about there, so that you will not forget what is it about. For example, I have a lot of experience there, so that's why I don't forget. But for you, when you're doing it at the beginning, you may have problems. So that's why you just have to write this down, and then find the answer. That is my paper after working. And these are my answers. Well, that is the end of our today's lesson. I hope it was useful for you. And say thank you for watching it and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.